Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. I'm rapidly approaching the Formidine Rift with Cobra Commander. En route, I'm checking out a variety of planets here, looking at the high metal content planets, hoping to find planets with strong colour variation. Unfortunately, so far I'm not having a lot of luck, and this is just one of many sessions out here. What I've found so far are many variations on the colour brown. I've pointed this out on a previous video before, and it was actually one of my top 10 lows of 2016. But I'm not yet prepared to give up. I believe that out there somewhere, there surely must be a metallic planet that's worth landing on. Previously, there used to be planets of all types of colours, including one with strong mixtures of colours, as well as many that were coloured of various tones of green. Unfortunately though, I still haven't had any luck finding anything other than these beige coloured planets. Now, you may remember from my previous video that I have already been out towards the Formidine Rift. I have actually got my other account located there with Commander Obsidian Ant. But I don't want to stay out there for a prolonged period of time with that account. There's too much it needs doing back in the inhabited areas of space. So the plan is to send this account out there towards the Formidine Rift and hopefully help with solving the Formidine mystery. Being an explorer at heart, this also affords me the opportunity to check out many planets en route, as the Formidine is over 8,000 light years away from inhabited space. Finally though, I'd had enough of looking at brown planets, so it was time to move on and start checking out some other planet types. One thing I've really enjoyed in my recent expeditions is the sheer number of both binary and trinary star systems that I've come across. This one here was a great example, 3 stars but only a singular planet. Now this is a lava world, we've seen them many times before, and of course these were the planets that I hoped that Frontier were going to open up when they introduced volcanism, but that wasn't the case. Nonetheless, these are gorgeous planets to check out. Probably sizzling and broiling here, this close to 2 stars, the surface temperature is extremely high. More often than not, I've found these planets to have high metal content, and on the odd occasion you find them to have extremely thick atmospheres. And when that happens, they can look very nice indeed. Now, with the arrival of the recent patch 2.2.03, there seems to be a number of improvements made to non-landable planetary textures. If any of you have ever come close to a planet like this, be it an ammonia world or a high metal content planet like this, or any other type of planet with an atmosphere and some clouds, you'll have noticed that the textures had trouble streaming in from the outer edges of the planet, and how this manifested was that as you flew around the planet, the leading edge of the stuff that was just coming into view appeared very blurry at first and then resolved itself into a much higher quality texture. And you can see it very minutely here on this planet. It's still there a little bit, but nowhere near the level as it was previously. So this shows that Frontier is still working on the non-landable planets and indeed all other space-based assets. In fact, it also seems that Frontier have done some work on the cloud cover. Previously, nearly all planets with clouds had a bit too many in the way of tropical storm clouds, the big spiraled ones. So these seem to have been decreased, and that gives the planets a far more natural appearance. When flying around, I'm always looking for candidates to go and land on. The type of planets I like to look for always used to be the ones with strong colour variations, and those seem to be much harder to come across now, but nonetheless I also like to look at the ones with good strong surface features. Canyons, craters, massive mountains, these are all things I like to spend as much time as possible taking a look at, and you'll often see more of these on the smaller worlds than you will on the larger worlds. Just look how large those mountains are over to the right, and up ahead we can see a fantastic looking canyon. Looking very dark, difficult from this vantage point to see whether that's because there's dark coloration there or whether it's because the canyon is shrouded in shadows. Now overall, I've done very little really in this particular account. Didn't have a huge amount of money, 20 million, but that was enough to buy a long-range Asp Explorer. It didn't leave me with a lot of change. But on top of that, due to the lack of progress on this particular account, I also don't have much in the way of materials. So landing on the planets at this point has become a bit of an essential thing, as I'm going to look for synthesis materials. Things that are going to allow me to use long-range FSD jumps and of course fuel from our SRV as well. Over the past few weeks, it seems that changes within the game are picking up pace. We've got the location I'm heading towards now, the Formidine Rift, the ancient alien ruins of course, as well as the emergence of aliens within hyperspace. And for that reason, it's becoming increasingly difficult for most players to really know where to be within the galaxy. The galaxy is vast. It's hard to know how to cover all bases. Do you want to go towards the Formidine Rift, or do you want to stay out there and solve the puzzle at the alien ruins? And of course, there's still all the regular activity and gameplay within inhabited space. Up ahead, at the end of this canyon, I found myself facing a rather spectacular sight. The motions of the galaxy, the stellar dance, unfolding itself before me. I've taken the time lapses of locations like this before, and in hindsight I really wish I'd done so here today. Coming back a few hours later, deploying my SRV and moving out onto the planetary surface, I noticed that both the parent planet of this moon as well as the local star had moved somewhat, and that really would have made an exceptional time lapse, wouldn't it? Maybe next time. Moving out, for now I'm collecting some more materials and slowly making my way back towards the Formidine Rift. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.